In this video, we're going to talk about polymorphism as an aspect of object-oriented programming in Python. So polymorphism, I guess in one sense, it means the ability for a subclass to redefine a method that was first defined in the superclass. So we've seen examples where new methods are added, new attributes are added, and all that stuff. But this is if you want to rewrite something that the superclass did, okay? It will also talk about the ability of, if we have a function that takes an object of a superclass, it will also take an object of the subclass, okay? So let's look at that first example first here. So we have here a mammal class. It just has a species that you set, okay? And then it has a show species, which just prints out I am a whatever species. And this default makes sound, okay? So I'm going to create a new class here. Notice I'm in Colab, and I have created a different program block. Again, if we were doing this in a different editor, we would have to either put these all in the same file or to import one if we had separate files. But with the Colab, it's able to keep track of all this, okay? So if we have a dog class here, so we have a class dog, okay? We want this to inherit from mammal, okay? That's how we show that up. And then in our init function, okay, it takes a self, and it can take a species here if you want, but no, it won't take that because it won't be different. So for the dog class, it's always going to be a dog, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, but we do have to call the superclass. We always call superclass init. Okay, so that's going to be mammal dot underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Okay, on the object, and on the species is going to be dog. Okay. We don't have any other attributes of a dog. We could have, but we happen not to in this case. Okay, so that's all we have there. But now we're going to take this make sound function, which just takes a self, and we're going to change it to, instead of saying grr, we're going to say woof, woof. Okay, all we're going to do. Okay, so I've compiled this one. That must have been the first time. It's going to take a while. We're good. Compile that one. We're good. Okay, so now I'm going to add my test block here. Okay. And we can start off with our mammal. First off, we'll do that. Okay, and then we can do D1 equal to a dog, which doesn't take anything either. Okay. Test those, make sure they're good. Doesn't like mammal. Why does it like mammal? Oh, does it want species? Oh, it does want species. Okay. So put in here, I guess, cat. Okay. I guess the point is we wouldn't usually do this. We would do one of the subclasses. And that's kind of the issue with that. Okay. But that works okay. So now if we say M1 dot make sound, okay, then D1 dot make sound. Okay. Make sound shouldn't take anything. Make sound to, oh, I didn't put a self there. That was a problem. So fix that. Fix that. There we go. Okay. Now we can do this. And now we're good. Okay. So the M1, which was an unspecified mammal, the make sound function there gives the grr, where the D1, which is a dog, the make sound is the woof woof. Okay. Note that the show species should work for both of these as well. Okay, test those out. Yep, we've got those. Okay, so that gives us some flexibility when we're working with things. Okay, and then the other thing that you have is if you would have a function that took a mammal it would also take a dog because a dog is a mammal. Okay. And then the last section of the book talks a little bit about the is instance of or is instance function. Okay. And so they give an example there. That's not something we're really going to get in too much. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Okay. But it just goes and talks about how you could do that instead. So I wouldn't worry about that part. Okay. So I think the big things here for us to think about is that we can use a subclass can rewrite a function. Okay. And then if I had some other random, down here, some whatever I'm doing, like define a function, I don't know, animals. Okay. That's going to take a mammal. Okay. And we do something with this mammal. The mammal wouldn't be a name, it'd be like say, M for a mammal. Okay. And then we can then do an M dot make sound. Okay. Something like that. Okay. And then we would have to see it's since I'm not using the main, this is a little weird. So let me see if I can copy this back up to here. That works. Okay, then I could say animals M1. Okay. Does that work? Maybe. It's not defined. I defined it right there. So this is the issue right now. That's why we do the main. So let's do that. Move all this stuff over. Okay, including that. And then I want to do main. See if that works. Still doesn't like it. Oh, it's because I can't spell animals. There we go. Okay. It's that's this last make sound that it's doing. Okay. So there's an example of the make sound on that one. Get rid of that stuff just to avoid confusion. But polymorphism says I could also send it a dog. Okay, so if I say animals D1, that's going to work as well. Okay, so that's the point of polymorphism, the two parts of it. Okay, so not much to this. We'll probably do an example in class tomorrow that will help make that a little clearer.